I've always loved the New Year. I've always loved the New Year. Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Adele if you are new, and today I'm going to be talking about my intentions and affirmations for this year, 2020, which is so weird to say. I'm filming this on January 1st. 2020. I hope everybody had a good year. I did not stay up until midnight because I had to work at 5 in the morning. So I just laid in bed and watched YouTube and went to bed at 10. But here we are now on the 1st, and I just kind of wanted to talk about some of my intentions for the new year, how I am approaching this new year, how I'm feeling going into the new year. I've always loved the new year time and the idea of like starting anew and like a new beginning and sort of thing, and I know you can do that at any point in the year really, but there's something about like this fresh start where everyone like agrees on this like new beginning thing and everyone's working towards their goals. It's just kind of a fun time of like reflecting on the year and setting some goals for the new year, you know, setting up what you want to do in the next year, how you want to approach things. Also, before I keep going, this is a different background. It's very dark outside because apparently the sun sets at 3 o'clock now, and so the lighting in my room is absolutely terrible. So we are kind of in a new spot right now, but honestly this lighting is so good. I might film a few more videos here just to see because this lighting is awesome. However, I'm like right next to the windows to outside where my chickens are, and if you have been on this channel for a while, my chickens are very loud and very annoying, so I apologize if they start their chain yell that they usually do. They've just been fed, so hopefully they won't be too loud, but they are right there. We're gonna do our best to ignore them. I've always loved the new year, and I think it's a really cool time of reflection and gratitude and making plans for the next year. So this year I'm doing something a little bit different because everyone usually has like their New Year's resolutions and like setting a goal for the year, or like I want to lose 10 pounds or I'm gonna stop smoking. I don't smoke. Those are just resolutions I feel like are really basic and a lot of people use. And I've done that in the past as well with, you know, setting goals for the year, like I want to have this done by the end of the year, or like I want to do this thing, I want to accomplish this. And this year I am doing a little bit of a different approach. I have kind of dabbled that sounds weird, but I've kind of looked into intention setting rather than goal setting recently. Like over the years, just kind of here and there, I've always heard of it, and it's something that I've always thought was kind of cool, and I would sort of do it because I really like journaling and stuff like that. But this year I really wanted to like dive into intention setting rather than goal setting. I think there's something really cool about declaring something over your life rather than wishing or wanting, if that makes sense. And I've always been a huge fan of like declaring. I don't really like to say like, I hope you have a good day. I always like to say like, I declare that you'll have a good day. And I know that sounds like really like preachy or whatever, like super in your face, but like, I don't know, I've always liked that. I've always done that for years, you know, saying like I declare, because it feels more like final and solid and like, yeah, I'm gonna have a good day, instead of just hoping or wishing for that. So I kind of wanted to take that sort of mindset and that thinking and use it for this year instead of using goals or resolutions. A few more differences just to kind of explain the difference between like goals and intentions is more like with intentions you're like speaking it as if you are already living it in a way. It's more intentional and it's more like willful living, if that makes sense. Basically you're focusing on the what rather than the how, more like the end result rather than how you're getting there, which I know sounds kind of counterintuitive because I really like plans and stuff like that, but I mean it's not saying like, oh, I'm not gonna set like steps for myself, because I think you should always have a plan and like have steps in that plan to accomplish something, or you know, have that thing that you're wanting. So rather than saying, you know, my goal is to lose 10 pounds, an intention would be more like, I will take care of my body and make healthier choices. So it's more like declaring something that you will do rather than like how you're going to accomplish that, if that makes sense. Instead of losing 10 pounds, it's more like I am going to make the healthier choice, if that kind of makes sense. Anyway, that's a little explanation of kind of what it is and what's going on. So I wanted to share some of my intentions for the year. I kind of like sat down by myself and was silent and just tried to reflect on the year, on 2019, and journal, because I love journaling and stuff like that. And as some of you may know, maybe, I don't know if I've talked a lot about it, but my relationship with God is very important to me. And so, you know, I was praying and just kind of meditating on life and things. And something that I've also always done throughout the years is kind of have like a word that's going to define the next year and kind of what I want to focus on. And so while I was sitting there and reflecting and journaling and praying, there was a word that kept coming to mind, and that word is forward. And so I'm kind of thinking that that is my word for this year. You know, there's a lot of changes coming this year that I already know of that are happening, and everything is terrifying and exciting and all over the place and weird. But as scary as it is, but also exciting, it's moving me forward towards the future that I want to have for myself. And I don't know, that word just kind of kept coming to mind, and I wrote it down, and I was just kind of thinking and reflecting. And so my word for the year is forward. And again, doesn't sound like a normal one, which is like growth or progress or something like that. But it's, I don't know, we're going forward. I think this year is going to be a year of developing new skills in my life and working on projects and new opportunities and opening new doors. And I don't know, we're moving forward, and that's what's going on. So yes, so I have a little list here, and I just wanted to share the intentions that I've set for myself for this year, as well as affirmations. That's going to be in this too. And those are, I think a lot of people know more about what affirmations are, just like, I am beautiful, I am this. And so after I do the intentions, I also wrote a list of affirmations that I want to tell myself this year and I want to focus on and just remind myself of. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Also, I'm not really gonna like explain or like go into depth about some of these because they're all pretty self-explanatory, and also it's a personal thing, so like, you know, y'all can do it too. And it's kind of like we have our own little not goals, but things, intentions going into this year. Oh my god, I sound so like preachy and like mindful and wellness and stuff like that, which I've always loved and wanted to be, but I sound so like manifestation. Alright, my intentions for 2020 are: I will pour my energy into projects that excite me and push me to grow in my passions. I will treat my body kindly like the sacred life force it is and appreciate the way it carries me and keeps me alive. I will appreciate every day for the new beginning it is and live fully in the present. I will prioritize my relationship with Gavin and make sure I am communicating effectively and loving and appreciating him every day. I will finish Project Orion and make significant progress in my writing. I will pray every day, take time to be still and silent, and prioritize my relationship with God. So those are my intentions for the year. And I feel like normally with intentions, when other people do it, it's supposed to be like very specific, and it's like, I will do this, you know, it's supposed to be very like, you're supposed to imagine yourself doing this, you're supposed to be very specific and like how you want the life, or how you want your life to be in all aspects. But I don't know, I just kind of wanted to keep it a little more simple and broad, just so I can kind of remind myself throughout the year whenever I lose track of like what I'm focusing on or like the bigger picture. I can just come back to this and have this like statement of, you know, this is what we're doing this for, this is the big picture, this is the end goal. So yeah, those are my intentions for the year. Affirmations! These were kind of fun because I've always liked affirmations, and I think they're really important, and I kind of wish I used them more in my life because I definitely don't, especially, well, I guess recently, because I definitely used to do them a lot more, especially like journaling, or I would like always write myself notes and be like, you got this, like before a test or something, like you are smart, you have the ability to recall all the information you need, you know, you have exactly everything you need right in here. So now I just kind of wanted to write down some affirmations for the year and sort of things that I can reflect on daily, and also again, like with the intentions, when I lose track of something or I need a nice reminder of what I want to focus on and who I am and my identity and what I'm trying to be. I got a nice little list here that I can reference whenever I'm feeling down and need to be reminded. So here are my affirmations for the year. I am smart, strong, and brave. I choose kindness and love. I'm a great writer with great stories to tell. I am uniquely made and so very loved. I choose to release thoughts, habits, and behaviors that do not benefit me or serve the Lord and breathe in declarations of truth. I am more than my negative thoughts and defeating behaviors. I am perfect the way I am. I think it'd be really cool to kind of write these up on like big papers and like try to make them all cool looking and pretty and kind of like put them on the wall just so I can see them and have a reminder of this, because I think that's the important part. You know, I can write these all I want. It's January 1st, woo, everyone's, you know, going forward in their goals, trying to, you know, everyone's really motivated. But it's super easy to lose track of stuff like this and not follow through on a lot of these things, and so it's really important to have this where you can see it all the time and remind yourself of it, and not just write it down and forget about it and then do the same thing next year, because then you're not really growing, you're not making any progress. So we're gonna, you know, I might put them up on the wall or something, just to remind myself and see it every day so I can keep myself focused on what I want and what I am trying to achieve in my life, and what I want my life to look like and how I want to feel in that life. So I think that's everything. Those are my intentions for the year and my affirmations, and I think it's kind of cool. It's a little different from like sharing my New Year's resolutions, because I could, you know, obviously I have lots of goals for the new year, because I did make a video about my writing goals, and those are definitely a lot more specific because it's like things I can work towards that are like, I have a plan laid out and steps to take and a timeline, whereas like with these intentions, it's more so making sure your focus is correct and your head is where you want it to be so that you can focus on those goals and accomplish those goals. Kind of like a motto or a mantra for your life, you know what I mean? So, yes, 2020 is the year of moving forward. I hope you all have your own goals and maybe are inspired to make some intentions and affirmations of your own. I'm really excited to see how this differs from resolutions or traditional goals. Comment down below some of your goals or New Year's resolutions or intentions, whatever you want, what you're trying to do and accomplish and feel this next year. But that is all I have for you today. So, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see y'all in the next one.